New York City announced earlier this month that workers who lost their jobs for refusing to comply with vaccine mandates will be cut off from unemployment checks, cash assistance, and food stamps, putting thousands of vulnerable New Yorkers at risk of losing government benefits.
In a piece for the Vulgar Marxism Substack, researcher and writer Matthew Thomas says, quote, "The fact that the state remains unable to promote greater uptake of vaccinations, especially among vulnerable communities, is its own fault, as is the fact that every facet of the pandemic response has become a front in the culture war. Instead of trying to paper over these failures with coercive measures to punish the ignorant poor, New York should try actually fulfilling its obligations to its residents, which include the provision of social services to those in need."
Remember, y'all, media is always pushing a narrative. Did you notice in that report they referred to the unvaccinated as the ignorant poor? So anybody who doesn't get the vaccine has to be ignorant. It doesn't mean that someone's ignorant. It just means that maybe they did their research and they understand that the impact of that shot on their health is not worth the shot itself. Or maybe they don't like the tyranny behind the way the vaccine is being pushed on everybody, and that in itself is a turnoff. The way that they're trying to force everybody to get this vaccine one way or another. You don't take it, you lose your job. You lose your job, you get on benefits, they take those away until you get the shot. Everything is trying to force everybody to get the shot, whether they want it or not, whether the pandemic or the health benefits are even worth it, whether or not the virus and the percentage of death is even worth getting the shot. I mean, they're just push. It's enough to make anybody not want to get it. Anytime you try to force anybody to do anything that they don't want to do or they didn't make the decision to do themselves, it's going to be pushback. And people can see through the subliminal messaging in media. Another thing we can't forget is that most of the news reporters, almost all of them, almost 100% of them, have been fully vaccinated. I don't care if they're conservative news media. I don't care if they're liberal news media. They've all been vaccinated, and they're all working towards the same goal of getting everybody else vaccinated and making those who are not vaccinated feel outcast and stupid.